Hey guys, this is Donna at Hazelbell Farm, and I have my friend Jenny on the line from the Farmstead Family Farm. Say hi, Jenny.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Okay, so we just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction of what you're about to hear. We spent yesterday at Scrubland Farmz in Fort McCoy, Florida, and we had a fantastic time. We got to listen to David the Good do a couple of speeches, and also Mark Bailey gave us some top 10 annuals to plant. And we just wanted to say thank you. We wanted to thank everybody. We wanted to thank the event venue. We wanted to thank Sam, the owner of Scrubland Farmz. We had a fantastic time. It was a first for them to do this, and I think next year it's just going to grow.
Yeah, I mean, all around, it was a fantastic event. We left feeling just super encouraged. The nursery that they have on site at Scrublands was amazing. We took them some amazing plants. All around, it was a great event. Even the younger teens that were working the event, they were great too.
Absolutely.
It was really just a great day. Yeah, so we just wanted to up front just say thank you for putting this on. It's great to be able to find local events, in our community-ish. We're about an hour away.
But it was awesome.
Local.
Awesome little day trip, not far. Yeah, the whole staff was great. Not just the young kids running around helping, doing the gopher jobs, and not just the speakers, but the staff in the nursery. They were kind of running around, hey, what can I help you with? Hey, do you have any questions? They were all very knowledgeable about the plants. Any questions we had about plants, they answered.
Yes.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I was super impressed too. And I know that it will definitely be on my list to attend again next year.
Absolutely. I sure hope they do it. Great. So, Sam, if you happen to catch this, we're on for next year. I hope you do it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy this podcast. Well, hey there, American Farmsteadhers. This is Donna from Hazelbell Farm, here with my friend Jenny at the Farmstead Family Farm.
Hey, y'all.
And we are here in, what's the town called?
We are in Fort McCoy.
That's right, Fort McCoy.
Fort McCoy, Florida. So it's kind of like a central-ish Florida.
Uh-huh.
And we are at a farm/nursery called Scrublands.
Yeah,
right?
And they are holding their first annual ScrubFest, and it's been really good so far.
Yes, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So glad that we got to come.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you've heard us kind of idolize a little bit in the past, David the Good. He's an author.
Not that we're fangirls.
Right, no. He's an excellent author, and we have some of his garden books. We bought some more today, and he's here speaking, and so when we saw that was going to be nearby, we had to make it. We couldn't pass up the chance.
Yes,
so.
Did not want to miss the opportunity to come and hear him speak. There's a couple of other people speaking.
Mark Bailey.
And this farm has a really fantastic nursery filled with lots of good native plants for Florida, edibles and ornamentals. So,
yeah.
I mean, that was like the first thing that we did when we got here was go cruise the nursery and see what we could find that we just could not live without.
Yeah, and we got some good things. I have a list of thoughts.
Yeah, grab your thoughts.
So we listened to David the Good. Like, if I meet him, do I call him David the Good? I mean, hi, David the Good. Like, that's awkward, right? Okay, so anyways, he did his first speech already.
Yes.
And he talked about all kinds of, he gave us some specifics of things to grow.
Yeah. The thing that I really love about listening to him speak is the fact that he is very familiar with Florida gardening.
Right.
And I love his back to basics approach.
Right. Because the thing we always joke about is, you can read the seed packets and you can read all the gardening books and watch all the YouTube videos in the world. but Florida doesn't follow the rules.
Florida does not. We're a bunch of rule breakers.
Yeah, and so he gets that. So he gives some very practical tips for that.
Yeah.
But we have some cool takeaways from that first talk already. You guys are going to hear some background noise here. There's people coming and going. There's generator running. We're out in the nursery.
How cool is it that we're out podcasting in public?
We're a little bit nervous. One of us is way more nervous than the other one. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, there was a talk this morning, so we figured we'd jump on here and just kind of give you some takeaways from that first talk.
Yeah.
There's another talk that's going to be starting soon from the
Mark Bailey.
Mark Bailey, and then David the Good is going to talk a little bit later.
Yeah.
But they made sure to leave lots of plant nursery shopping time in between.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we got here a little bit early, and they opened the gate to that nursery a little bit early, and that was dangerous for us.
it was. We hit it hard.
We picked a big wagon. I'll just leave it at that. It was pretty good. Not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been through the whole thing yet. We're going back.
Oh yeah, we're going back. We're going back.
We're going back for sure. So, okay, some of the takeaways. First thing that I caught was that he really says just grow with what works in your climate.
Yes.
Stop trying to fight what works in your climate. And that's the thing about Florida gardening.
Yeah.
Is that, like tomatoes, for example, when people ask him, how do I grow tomatoes here? I can grow them everywhere else in the States. Stop trying to grow tomatoes.
Right.
I won't stop.
Yeah, no, I won't stop either. But the type of tomato that I always have the best luck with is kind of what he recommends. Like for
Right.
Florida, stay small with your tomatoes.
Right.
Think your cherries. He was talking about the Everglade tomato, which was kind of like a wild cherry tomato that grows in Florida and reseeds itself.
Yeah,
It comes back year after year.
it's pest tolerant and
Yes.
disease tolerant and heat tolerant, and it goes and goes.
Yeah, so that's one of kind of the go-tos for tomatoes that you can grow and not drive yourself completely crazy trying to grow tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's been years where I'm out spraying my tomatoes every single night.
Yeah,
Like in our
absolutely.
rainy season.
Absolutely.
Or having to shade cloth them, or and not just tomatoes, y'all. Like anything. Stop trying to grow the things that don't work well here.
Yeah, I'm really glad that he touched on cucumbers because
Yes.
literally for like the last 5 years, I've had a bad cucumber year.
You've had a bad cucumber year for,
For
5
5 years.
Got it.
It's been terrible, and maybe it's just not suited for our climate.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave us a good alternative. Well, I guess it's in the cucumber family.
Yes.
Coccinea grandis, or grandis. He said it's commonly known as the ivy gourd. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it, but I will be searching for those seeds.
Yeah, I want to search for that too. He said it's actually on the invasive species list.
Yeah, so shoot me. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed my people.
We need cucumbers.
Yeah, we
people.
do. He said it's Indian, and so if you know any Indian people, they use that in their cuisine and can help you out with that. But he said it's a really good pickling cucumber. Eat them young,
Yeah.
and that when they get ripe, they kind of get mushy.
Yeah.
And red.
And red.
Red.
How
I thought
weird
that,
is
yeah,
that?
that's weird.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I'd never heard of it, so learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second takeaway I jotted down is don't be afraid to kill stuff. We
Yeah.
say that all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
that
like,
happens all the time.
Just try it. Just plant.
Just try it. Just plant it. And that was another kind of big piece of advice that he had was, just plant the seeds.
Yeah.
See what comes up.
Right.
See what does best.
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of trees, put them all in. Some of them might die, but some of them might do really well.
Yeah, and that's just part of growing.
And those,
how you learn through your failures.
Right, and those ones that do really well, save those seeds, propagate from those trees.
Yeah, that goes in with the last thing he was saying before he took questions with the land racing and genetics and growing. And
That was cool. I've never
Yeah.
heard that term before.
I've recently heard it, and I think it's big in permaculture
Okay,
circles.
land racing.
Land racing, where basically, so imagine your cucumbers, and which one am I going to like? Well, I don't know. Well, which one's going to do best? Well, I don't know. So plant 10 of them.
Right.
And just see what
10
does.
different varieties.
See what does best.
See what variety does best,
Yeah.
grow that.
Save those seeds.
And you're never going to truly know. I mean, I guess over a period of like 10 years, you could finally find the best variety. But like he said, it's a small investment. Take $20, get 10 different varieties, grow them all that first year. And by the end of that season, you're going to have a really good go-to for next growing season.
Right. I love that.
Super smart.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw some seeds out.
I know.
I've been saying I'm just going to willy-nilly scatter seeds, and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I've done it before. I'm actually about to do that in my large pig pen. It's a pretty big area, and we just moved the pigs out of there, so it's totally tilled up and bare, and it needs some stuff in there. So after our piglets are born in like 3 to 4 months, I want to move the sow and the piglets back to the big pig pen, keep the boar in the smaller pig pen. So I figure, I've got about 3 to 4 months to grow some stuff in that area. That way when they go in, they have lots to forage.
Right.
So
that's a good idea.
I'm going to be throwing some seeds around.
Trying to block the wind.
Yeah.
I hope the wind isn't getting picked up here too badly. Yeah, so, and then the last thing, he talks a lot about survival gardening, which is one of the reasons I like him, because it's like what grows easily.
Yeah.
Right, and he talks about how you want calories first,
yes,
nutrition second.
Grow for calories.
Yeah, grow for calories first, nutrition second. And I see that a lot in some of the forums that I follow too. But the easiest way to do that is to pick perennial foods and trees.
Yeah.
So nut trees, fruit trees, berries. Do we want to go over any specifics? I did write some down.
Yeah, one suggestion that he had that I've never grown before, and I've never actually seen it like for sale or anything, was yams.
Yeah, yams. And he's got the Latin names for all of that, and I can't ever remember to say it right.
I'm not even going to try.
I'm not even going to try. I could sound something like that, but it won't be right, and I don't want to do that. Yams and cassava are two things that he talks about frequently in a lot of his videos. If you listen, he does a lot of those live streams, and people ask questions, and that's a good place to listen and learn while you're working in the garden or doing laundry or whatever. Cassava and lambs, or yams.
Hey, lambs are good too.
Lambs are good too. With those yams. That's funny. Actually, I had lambs on my mind because one of the things he said with the cassava is that the leaves are supposed to be a natural dewormer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that he gives to his goats. And so the lambs would probably do well with that.
Very nice. Another thing that I want to grow that I don't have anything of right now, and he actually did not mention this, but comfrey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, comfrey. I've grown comfrey a couple of times. Right now, I last planted it in a place where a friend came to mow grass because our mower was down. He's one of the friends of my boys, and he mowed right over it a couple of times. So I'm waiting to see if it's going to come back or not.
I'm sitting.
It may. It's pretty prolific. Like it comes and comes and
Okay,
comes.
so you have the kind that just it spreads.
Yeah, you just break off a
comes
piece
back.
of root and put it somewhere else, and it'll come up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Which is also good to feed to the animals.
It is. It has so many good properties to it. Like it's good for your skin. It's good. It's healing, like with bruising, and fed to animals and to us. It helps reduce inflammation and swelling, and it's excellent. Comfrey is excellent. I can't think of a bad thing about it.
Yeah. That's definitely something that I have been wanting to add.
Yeah, he didn't mention that. But
didn't mention it.
Maybe because it's not, one of your caloric dense things, and it has really great herbal properties, remedy properties to it, but not so much.
Another dense thing that he mentioned that just does amazing here in Florida, and I grew it for the first time this year and was blown away. Seminole pumpkins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, after growing the Seminole pumpkin, I really find very little reason to grow any other type of squash.
Yeah, he mentioned butternuts too, which Seminole pumpkin is it's a butternut.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I've done the butternuts before, but the worms get into those.
Right.
The worms did not get into my Seminole pumpkins.
Well, they will. They may, but
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We got a lot of food out of, I think I maybe planted 3 seeds for Seminole
wow.
pumpkins. Yeah.
And you got a lot of pumpkins?
I got a ton.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And they store really well.
Yeah, they do.
And then what I've been doing is taking the Seminole pumpkin and cubing it up with sweet potatoes and roasting it with some olive oil and some salt.
I love that, like with some sausage
So
and
good.
fry some eggs to put on top for
Oh.
breakfast. That sounds amazing.
So good.
That does sound good.
Yep.
What else? He said, the moringa tree
Yes.
for its nutrient content. Moringa is really cool, but he told us some things that I didn't know about the seeds and like how to use the seeds and that kind of thing, and something about eat a seed every day. And like
I have some seeds at home.
Do
Now
you?
I'm super curious.
I have a tree, and we've used some of the greens off of it here and there, but I've been waiting for seeds. It's a new tree just this year. I'm excited for it to get bigger next year.
Yeah.
So moringa, longevity spinach.
Yep.
Jenny bought one of those today.
I actually bought Okinawa spinach.
Oh, I thought you.
But I do have some longevity spinach seeds at home.
Okay.
And I've grown longevity spinach before, and it is great. It's an easy grower. It does well in the heat.
Right, and it'll just kind of shoot up everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought you bought that today, but you bought Okinawa spinach.
I got Okinawa, which is kind of the same. I mean, Okinawa
Right.
will spread, and you can propagate it real easy.
Yeah.
You just have to protect it from the frost, but
Yeah.
it'll stick around.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these you have to protect from the frost. Or know that it's going to die back and go dormant through our cold season, but it will come back next year. So, again, those perennial foods.
Yes.
That's what we're after right now.
That's for sure what I'm after. I mean, the row crops are great. Don't get me wrong. I love a row of carrots and, the tomatoes and the green beans and the peas. I love them all. But for long term, perennials are really where it's at.
Yeah, I'm real excited to hear his second talk too this afternoon, because that's going to be more geared towards that grocery row gardening that he
Yes.
does, and that Florida food forest kind of thing, and that really combines the best of your perennial world and the best of your row crop world.
Yes, I'm super
So-
excited about that talk too.
Me
So
Me too.
we will check back in with y'all after that talk. But I say for right now, we go tour the nursery
Back to the
again.
nursery.
Back to the nursery again.
Cha-ching.
Because one of the plants that he mentioned was chaya.
Yeah, you want a chaya.
I want a chaya.
And there was something else he mentioned that I want that I didn't get, but I'm excited. Loofah. Yeah, grow some loofah, all kinds of things. So we'll check back in a little while, guys. We'll break for now.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Okay, we're back.
Yes,
Right?
we're back. And ScrubFest just keeps on giving.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just didn't give us. We got some kombucha.
Yeah.
Some really good brewed kombucha from this guy in San Mateo.
Yes, yeah, San Mateo.
Yeah, he says he does some cool markets and stuff. So if you see him around in our region, try out his kombucha.
Yeah, I don't know the name of his business. I keep on trying to find it on his banner, but he drives a white van that has like beer keg taps sticking out of the side.
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
And he brews his kombucha. So he's in San Mateo. We are going to make plans with him to maybe visit his place.
Yeah.
And take a tour of the brewery. And I guess everything that he uses for his kombucha, he grows there on
He said he
site.
grows there, yeah. So we're drinking a sorrel hibiscus or a
Roselle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hibiscus roselle. And it's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. So I'm glad that we went over and talked to him.
Yeah. So we just, guys, we met David the Good.
We did. And we got a picture.
and we're nerding out over it. But we listened to Mark Bailey
Yes.
give a talk on the 10 best trees to grow in Florida.
Yes.
Food trees.
Top Florida food forest trees.
Yes. Yeah.
And although all of them on the list are not actual trees, there were a couple of things on there.
Right.
But definitely worth noting, stuff that grows just really vigorous in our area. So he says that anywhere that you live in Florida, out of the top 10 list, you will at least have one or two that's going to grow prolifically in your yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought that we would go over that list and kind of give y'all a little bit of info here on what he had to talk about, because he had a lot of great things to say.
He did. Let's do number 10. You want to go backwards?
Yes, we're going to go backwards. So number 10.
I stopped writing at some point. I don't know why.
Actually, okay, so I have mine labeled numbers 1 through 8.
Maybe these are no particular order.
The last two that I put on my list for 9 and 10 were not trees.
Right.
So we'll start with those first.
Okay, I think he
The
said
not trees.
blueberries.
Actually, that was kind of in his tree category.
Okay.
Lemongrass. Lemongrass, yeah. So I've got some lemongrass on both sides of my driveway, and that stuff grows like a weed.
It does. It'll grow big.
Yeah, it grows big. Like, we have to cut it back every year.
You gotta give it room.
Gotta give it room. But so grows really prolifically. You can use it for medicinal purposes. You can dry it, make teas and stuff like that out of it.
That's pretty much all I do with it. Tea. I have cooked with it here and there. I mean, if we do like a lemon flavored fish or chicken is really all I can think of that I've used it on.
Yeah.
Soup. It's really good in some Asian soup.
Ooh, I bet that is really good. That's a great idea.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. So next on the list is rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, my gosh. I mean, rosemary, like...
We can't have enough of it. I had such a hard time getting rosemary to start in our new gardens. I don't know why, but then I got a clipping from a friend of a friend of a friend or something like that. She has some variety that it just keeps coming back, like that she can't kill it kind of thing. And it has taken off finally. So I think it's there to stay. I've got it in 2 places in my garden, and it did well this year. So we'll harvest a little bit here soon.
Yeah, so rosemary, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Once it's going, I really don't think you can kill it.
Yeah, once it's there, it's there. And isn't it supposed to be, isn't it supposed to repel mosquitoes? Rosemary?
Maybe.
I have to look into that.
Yeah.
It seems like I wanted to grow a rosemary hedge at some point for that reason. Like, I was thinking like around our back porch or something.
That's where mine is, by my back porch.
Your rosemary?
Yep.
Because it's easy to go out and grab
It's
some.
easy to go out and grab it, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really good in a kitchen garden.
Yeah, absolutely. So next on the list, which I do not have, but I've definitely been thinking about, is muscadine grapes.
Oh, yeah. Eric actually asked for some.
Okay.
We have some wild grapes, but we want to get a good variety that we can get some good big fruit off of.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice to have a good couple of rows of muscadines.
I think we're going to plant them where they grow along the front of our garden fence. So that will be my grape trellis, will be the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do.
That's a good idea. Speaking of trellising and berries, do goji berries need a trellis, or are they more of a bush?
I think they're more of a bush. I mean, I think staking them is not a bad idea. I've grown some before, but they're not very long, not very successfully. I think I lost them in a freeze, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not very experienced with them, I can tell you that. But I do remember them being kind of floppy, like, wispy. And I think maybe they had thorns. Did our plants have thorns we bought today?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyways, I think they had wispy limbs.
Okay.
Staking is not a bad idea.
Yes.
So
muscadines. That was on his list of one of the most prolific fruit things to grow in Florida. So
that's exciting. That's really exciting because those are so good.
Yeah.
There's a purple variety and a green variety.
Okay.
We like the purple. So they're seedy.
Okay.
But you pop them in your mouth.
But that's okay.
Spit the seeds out. Kind of like loquats.
Right.
Good stuff. So.
Okay. All right, well, next on the list, I don't know. I must say I'm a little indifferent about this one, only because I've tried it on a pretty decent sized scale a couple of times and have failed epically. It's blueberries.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah, but I will say this. Both times that I tried this, it was on a bigger scale. So, I mean, bigger than a couple of plants. I maybe bought like 30 or 40 of them. Mm-hmm. And it was a nursery that was closing down. Mm-hmm. The plants were overdue to come out of the pots. They didn't look the greatest when I got them. And I got them and put them all in the ground, and every single one of them died.
I have a similar story. They came from a closed old nursery. They were like 100-year-old blueberry trees.
Okay.
They came to me pretty dry. We had some survive for a while, and then we moved.
Right.
No more.
Yes, so blueberries. One of the varieties he mentioned specifically was called Rabbit Eye.
Oh, yeah. I need to write that down.
He did say that there are a couple of disease issues with the Rabbit Eye variety, but basically he's saying that production will trump that. So,
nice. That's good to know.
Yeah, so Rabbit Eye blueberries.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if that's a variety they have here. Do you remember? I know they have blueberries.
They had blueberries. I saw 2 different varieties, and none of them were Rabbit Eye, but I don't know if they had more. They might have more.
I want to look.
Yeah, we'll go check it out.
Okay. What's next?
Next on the list is the Yaw Pond Holly.
Okay.
Which I know 0 about.
I have heard it called Yopon holly.
Okay.
I have some friends who grow it. I've never grown it, but it is a native to Florida plant, and it's the only caffeinated plant that grows in North America.
It has caffeine in it?
It has caffeine in it.
Whoa. So how do you, consume this plant?
I think you make a tea with the leaves.
Make a tea with the leaves.
I think so. Don't hold me to that, listeners. Because I really don't know. I've never grown it.
Yeah, no.
So
I don't even know.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. So we need to find out more about this. Because if it has caffeine...
I need it. I definitely need it. I need some caffeine right now. My God.
For sure. So next on the list, and I am fully on board with this one, not that it matters if I am or not, is the mulberry tree.
Yeah, well, you have got that monster mulberry.
I have a monster mulberry tree. And, and it's kind of like in David the Good's talk this morning, he talked about you can have the same selection of trees and you can plant them in different areas of the yard, and some are going to do really great and some are going to die.
Yeah.
And they're just not going to like where they're planted.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened with my mulberries. I had several that I put in.
Really?
Yes, and it was just that one mulberry tree that survived.
I was happy there.
It is happy there, which is right outside of my chicken coop. That used to be my old composting area, and we have buried, we butchered a bunch of turkeys one year. We buried turkey heads under there. And so there's been some things that have been composted in that area.
So we have a whole line of mulberry trees in our front yard that were there when we moved in. Our last owners put them in. They were still fairly young trees, and they really haven't. I mean, we've picked some berries, but nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
But the one tree in the middle is really bushed out over this summer. And when I did our spring Cornish cross chickens, I buried underneath that because you had told me y'all had done that. I don't think I buried feathers there, but I think I just took guts and blood.
We've buried feathers under that big mulberry tree.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it really got bushy, and they're getting fruit again now. So we had a big flush in the spring, and now they're getting fruit again. I say big, not a lot for these. Not like yours.
Yeah.
Yours are crazy big.
Well,
you get a lot of berries.
Yes, I get a lot of berries, but I don't really feel like I can utilize a lot of those berries because my chickens love to roost up in that tree. And so, this year, we didn't harvest any berries off of it because literally there's like 20 chickens that sleep up in that tree, and there is chicken poop all over the tree now. And so I'm like,
No.
So I really need to get on the propagation game.
I was going to say.
And propagate off of that tree and plant some in a different area.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to move mine.
Yeah.
I'll leave the one that has done better this year. I'm going to move the rest.
Yeah.
I think they'll go in front of the garden fence. I might put some in the garden. I'm so excited to hear David's second speech today.
Yes.
Because that's more geared towards what I want to do. And maybe some mulberry trees will be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. They're great shade trees too, which shade is very valuable with Florida gardening. You know, things say full sun, but they don't really mean Florida full sun.
No, gosh, no. We're too low.
Yeah.
Too close to the equator.
Okay.
All right, mulberries next.
Next on the list is fig.
Fig.
The fig tree, yes.
So here's something I didn't know is that we have one little fig tree we planted this year.
Us too. Just one.
So
It has 3 little baby figs on it.
does
though.
it? I don't even know about mine. It's got a bunch of weeds around it. So it's just a little tiny tree. I need to look at it, pay some attention to it. But there's an open eye fig and a closed eye fig.
Yeah, that was not anything that I had ever heard before.
Right, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. So he said the closed eye fig is better here where we're very, very buggy and that bugs can't get in that hole that they call the eye.
In the open
In
eye.
the open eye, yeah. So closed eye figs.
Yeah, closed eye figs. That's what you want to look for. Yep. Okay, so the next one on the list was the pineapple guava.
Oh, I didn't write that down. Okay.
Yes.
Pineapple guava.
Pineapple guava was next on the list, which we were actually kind of semi-searching for in their nursery this morning before we heard this talk, because we both end up getting a strawberry guava.
I was going to say, what kind did we even get? I don't even...
We got a strawberry guava, and we didn't really know any information about the strawberry guava, so of course we asked Google.
Mm-hmm.
And the strawberry guava, you can plant it by itself. It's a self-pollinator, but it'll produce better with a different variety. And the pineapple guava was Google's recommendation to plant it with.
Right.
And pineapple guava made the list.
So we'll have to search for those.
That guy that did the talk,
He had one.
he had one up on stage.
Maybe.
I wonder if we can talk him into a cutting.
Oh. There's a thought.
I bet you he might.
He might.
He might.
You're going to have to break the ice on that one. You're up. It's your turn.
Okay, so after pineapple guava, next on the list is persimmon.
Persimmon.
Which I don't know anything about persimmon. I don't think I've ever even tried persimmon.
So our native persimmons are very, they're astringent.
Okay.
And they make they're just not good tasting. They're almost like a grapefruit flavor without the sweet. And they make your mouth feel like leather, like drying cotton mouth. They're harsh. They're harsh on the mouth.
Well, that's really strange.
But the Japanese persimmon, so we have our natives, but the Japanese persimmon does not have that quality to it.
Okay.
And so, like David the Good talked about this morning, you can graft on the top fruiting part of grafting, something we need to look into also.
Yeah.
We need to learn
We
that.
need to learn that.
Where you can graft the Japanese
My
persimmon.
neighbor knows a little bit about grafting.
Oh, okay.
He does.
He would be good to talk to then, teach
Yep.
us. But you can graft that onto a native, and you'll lose that astringent quality.
Okay.
Yeah. So persimmons, yeah, they do well here. The persimmons we have, they always get a black fungus. I don't know. And we have one giant persimmon tree in our backyard, and I haven't seen it fruit. We've been there 2 summers now. Not a single fruit. It flowered like crazy. It was full of bees. Not one fruit.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's a native or not.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's weird. And then what else?
All right. So now we are at the top of the list.
Yeah.
His number 1 fruit tree for Florida was the
loquat.
which you have.
We do have, and we love it.
Yes. So we need to get some cuttings off of that.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. And just see if we can start a bunch of little loquats.
Yeah, yeah. And I like what he had to say when he talked about the loquat at first was it comes from Eastern Asia and like East China, and that has a very similar climate to what we have here. And so when you're looking for things that are going to thrive in our climate, our environment, you want to look for, if they're not native, then you want to find those things that grow in a similar situation. So finding those East Asian plants like the loquat is going to thrive in your garden or your food forest garden type thing. So
yeah,
good tip.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I just love this little list.
Yeah.
It gives so many possibilities of some perennial things that we can add to the garden, and add some shade to the garden.
Yeah, and if it adds a little bit of ease, so you're not struggling so much to establish these fruit trees. You want to set yourself up for success with anything. And growing, a lot of people think they want a garden, and then they think they can't. They think they're no good at it. And really, the reality is they just haven't chosen good
varieties,
right.
Good plants,
right,
for our area.
Right. So it's been a big takeaway with both of the talks we've heard.
Yeah, it really was a big takeaway. And one of the other trees that was mentioned, I think in the morning talk, was the chestnut tree.
Yes.
And I just met a guy last night who is growing a bunch of these little chestnut trees in his backyard. He's got all kinds of little saplings.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
His wife and him said that they were going to reach out to us and get us some of those chestnut trees.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Well, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, that was it for the second talk.
Okay.
We're still waiting on David the Good to do his grocery row gardening talk. Basically, it's mixing perennials with annual edibles. In a large space. So
long-term food, but also fast food.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So that'll be an exciting talk. So as soon as that happens, we will jump back on here and give you all the takeaways.
Yep. All right. Bye. All right, guys, we are back here with part 3. We listened to David the Good do his second speech. And a little warning here, at the end of the speech, the end of the day, we were exhausted. It was time for everybody to clean up and leave. So we are podcasting over the phone.
Yeah, we're doing our first remote test.
Yeah, so you guys are guinea pigs here. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, hopefully it sounds okay. So, but man, that third talk yesterday was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave me some stuff to think about that I hadn't really thought about before. Up until this point, my garden, has been largely annuals.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Like, it's been year to year.
Yeah, it's been, every year to year, season to season. It's the annuals, the green beans, the carrots, the tomatoes, the cucumbers. And while all of those are great and they're amazing, a point that he kept on bringing up yesterday was, is it going to feed your grandkids?
Right, right.
Is this generational thinking?
Yeah, that was a huge... I feel like that was the huge theme throughout the whole day, but I didn't really pick up on it until the end. And looking back, they say hindsight's 20/20, and that's how he grows, and that's how he encourages his readers to grow as well. And it really hit me, and we kind of rode home a little bit in quiet because we were so tired.
So tired.
But that thought kept coming back to me, like, we need more nut trees. We need more berry bushes that are going to last years and years.
Right. Because those are the things that, once they're in, and it might be a lot of work up front and it might be more money up front, but once they're in. And if they're cared for well, down the road, they need very little care,
Right.
but they provide for years and years and years to come. You know, in a long-term standpoint, I think that's super important.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. And again, that's part of that long-term food, but also fast food. So combining those two things, the annual things and the perennial things, I'm really excited to start work on that right away today. Yesterday, really. Yeah. We're super encouraged to, work on propagation from cuttings and air layering and, just some really cool things, really cool ways of growing our gardens, and not having to go always buy new plants, but being able to swap things like that with friends. And, I need another blueberry bush to go right here. Well, I can take a few cuttings, get those going, and hopefully 1 in 4 makes it and put it in there. That was another thing you talked about again in that second talk, was just don't be afraid to kill stuff. Like, so what? So what if you just used a $2 pack of seeds, you planted all the seeds and you didn't get the germination you expected?
Exactly.
Like, you still got something and you learned something.
Exactly. And, the same thing goes with seeds. And it's so true. I mean, he pointed out that, look at the oak tree in the forest, for instance.
Right.
How many acorns or how many seeds, because the acorn is the seed.
Right.
How many acorns does that oak tree drop?
Yeah.
I mean, hundreds, maybe
Thousands, tens of thousands.
And how many of those acorns actually turn into an oak tree?
Right. It's the one that finds the perfect spot.
It's the one that finds the perfect spot, and you're never going to know what those perfect spots are unless you start putting stuff out there.
Right.
Of the forest only started with one tree.
Right.
Essentially.
Right.
It was that one acorn that sprouted. So that's super encouraging, that you can start something big just by putting one thing in the ground.
Right.
So put one thing in. If it does well, keep going. If it doesn't do well, get over it and move on.
Try it again somewhere else, or try a different variety, or maybe that's not really something that grows well here,
Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah, and on those same lines, I liked that he encouraged us to, okay, well, it hasn't done well there for the last 2 years. Move it,
Right.
Move it. So what?
It.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I think I'm going to start digging out some mulberry bushes today to move.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing this morning too. I have I put in 2 blackberries this year, and at the same time, I also put in 2 papayas.
Mm-hmm.
And the blackberry that is closest to the papayas is like doing really, really, really bad. The one that's a little bit further away, that one's doing a little bit better. So I'm picking up that blackberry today and moving it to the other side of the papayas to see if it'll be a little bit happier, because
That's great.
it was a bad choice the first time. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. He also warned us against digging up and moving, repeatedly. Like, give it a chance, but
right.
but don't be afraid to make a change. So we got some cool plants ready to get in the ground today. I'm super stoked.
Yes, I have been mulling around kind of where everything's going to go, and like I told you yesterday on the drive home, I think I want to make the back 2 rows of my garden, turn that into like what he refers to as an actual grocery row garden.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who aren't familiar with the grocery row garden, it's definitely a nod to the permaculture food forest idea. But he kind of separates it from the whole food forest idea by putting it into rows, which creates more edges. And the edges of your forest are going to be the most prolific part of the forest. It's going to be the thickest.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah, and so I had not thought about that either. I was like, oh, well, yeah, that totally makes sense. You're basically just creating a bunch of forest edge.
Right.
So all of your plants can get the energy from the sun that they need.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
that kind of revolves around those perennial trees that you put in.
yes, yeah, planting those perennial trees for your generational garden. And then kind of scaling it down in between the trees, doing something that's a little bit shorter, and then maybe throwing in some annuals or some herbs.
Some ground cover down at the bottom.
Ground cover. That's another thing I was thinking about today. I was like, crap, I don't have any mulch. So
grow something that covers the ground.
Yes, and I've actually been doing that with my papaya trees. As I've been pruning my papaya trees, the leaves are huge on them, and I've just been throwing those right down on the ground wherever I need ground cover.
That's perfect.
Same thing with my banana trees and the canna lilies.
Awesome.
Which also I got that idea from him. So
yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting some cannas just for that purpose, because it's really fast growing green matter that you can chop and drop. I've got that whole area where my blackberries are that the grass has crept in so badly this year. And we've done a lot that we can do to get it out, but it's still there. Yeah. And it's we'll have a chance over winter when the grass kind of goes dormant to really take control of it. But I think what I'm going to do is cover it over, and then I think I want some cannas and some bananas just for that purpose, just to have the leaves.
Just for that purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. And to try to keep the grass down.
Especially, and both of those plants, I mean, they reproduce so quickly and spread so quickly.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't take over the garden. I guess you just got to constantly use them, constantly chop and drop them.
Yeah, well, and that's another note that we've talked about in the past, and that I heard yesterday. I heard somebody say, I think it might have been that Mark Bailey guy, but just, best thing you can do is just be in the garden. The best thing you can do for your garden is to be in it, and so that'll staying on top of those things. That'll keep you in there.
Yeah, that is so true. So yeah, I mean, it was a great end of the day talk. Just a ton of good information. I can't wait to start reading my books that I got.
Yeah, me too.
I did buy I bought the Grocery Row Garden book and the Compost Everything book. Because I really need to start another batch of compost. So I'm hoping that'll give me some fresh ideas of some different materials that I can use for the compost bin. So yeah, I can't wait to get into those books.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Largely, I am overwhelmed with encouragement and
ideas. Yeah. There's so much I want to do, and not enough time and not enough money.
I know, but that's where this propagation thing comes in. Like, whatever we have here, we need to start propagating it. Whatever you have there, you start propagating that, and then we can swap. Yeah. And I know that we have several other people that we can get in on this. So
for sure,
I'm super excited. So, it was good encouragement. I didn't feel like I had to go. I mean, I did spend some money at the festival yesterday on plants.
It was a fun day, though.
I really left feeling like you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to do this. You really don't.
Right. Yeah. So, I agree.
Find a way. And another point was find a way that you're comfortable growing it and do that. If you like doing things in rows, do it in rows. He also talked about developing little islands.
Yes, instead of rows.
Plants, which I thought was instead of rows. So you take an island, you take some perennials, you put them, 4 feet apart on your island. And then you kind of fill up the spaces in the island.
And then you can grow
once you've got
outwards
that
from
island
there.
up and running, you grow outward from there. So I thought that was a really great idea for maybe the people who aren't so organized and don't really like things into rows.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main point is find something that suits your personality as far as how to build your garden and just run with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever's going to encourage you to and inspire you to keep going back out there.
Right, and so I don't really think that there's a right or a wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people in the audience touched on tilling versus not tilling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, they're both great methods.
Right.
It just depends on what you're after.
Right.
And what's your time, and how much production do you want? So it was just really great overall.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Left super encouraged, motivated, inspired, ready to put my hand to the soil.
Yes, and I have 0 plans for today, so that means I get to be in the garden.
Me too. Me too. Got some new things to put in, so that'll be cool. All right, guys. Well, we will check back in with you at the end of the week. We know we were late on this, but we really wanted to do it from the event we were at. And so thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
All right. Bye.
Bye.